Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Remembering 10 women who have lost their lives to violence in 2025. This week, the MP Jess Phillips read out the name of 95 women suspected of having been killed by men in the past year. It took 5 minutes for the Minister for Safeguarding and Violence Against Women and Girls to get through the list as fellow MPs listened in silence in the House of Commons. According to the femicide census, one woman will be killed in the UK on average every 3 days. But these women are more than just a number or another statistic in a horrifying body count. These women mattered. They were someone's daughter, sister, friend, mum, aunt, and much-loved colleague. Each had a name and a life before it was brutally stolen from them, more often than not, by someone they once trusted and loved. Here, Metro pays tribute to just some of the women whose lives have been needlessly cut short by violence in 2025. Marion Killinsey. Marion Killinsey was the life of the party, who was known for her love of good food and red wine. The Rotary Club of Lavington Gioni in Nairobi, where 43-year-old Marion was treasurer for 2 years before coming to live in the UK, said she had a kind spirit and offered unwavering commitment, while one friend recalled how she was a woman with a brilliant mind and her integrity unmatched. Marion was VP of Trade and working capital sales at Citibank, where she had worked for 18 years but had recently relocated to the UK after a promotion. On November 25, 2024, Metro launched This Is Not Right, a year-long campaign to address the relentless epidemic of violence against women. Throughout the year, we will be bringing you stories that shine a light on the sheer scale of the epidemic. With the help of our partners at Women's Aid, This Is Not Right aims to engage and empower our readers on the issue of violence against women. You can find more articles here, and if you want to share your story with us, you can send us an email at va@metro.co.uk. Read more. She was also known as someone who lived life to the full, until it was cruelly snatched away on 17 January, when she was fatally attacked at her flat in Woolwich. Police are believed to have an unnamed suspect in mind. Diane Cleary. On 25 January this year, the night sky above Lee Manor Fields in Bedfordshire was lit up by lanterns and fireworks in memory of fierce protector and warrior, Diane Cleary. Mum to Callum and Caitlin, she was described as a beautiful friend by Amy Ricks, who recalled how the grandmother could change the vibe in a room with her glowing smile and infectious laugh, adding that the Diane, 46, was so much fun to be around, could start a party in broom cupboard. Her courage knew no bounds. In an emotional post, her daughter-in-law Ticey Gallagher wrote on her Facebook page that Diane was a beautiful soul, adding the grandmother was the most kind-hearted, caring, beautiful woman. Diane, who lived in Luton, was taken to hospital following a frenzied attack at a local house on 20 January, where her daughter was also hurt. Sadly, Diane died from her injuries. In the wake of her mother's death, Caitlin left a bouquet of flowers at a police cordon, which carried the note, "Mum, I love you so much, I miss you. What can I say but you gave your life for me, I'm so sorry. My world." A 25-year-old man has since been arrested and charged with murder. Jamelatu Tsiwa. 31-year-old Jamelatu Tsiwa had accomplished many good things in her short life, according to those who knew her. One friend described Jamelatu as a bright, kind, and loving person who touched the lives of everyone around her. Dedicated to her studies, they said Jamelatu had a vibrant spirit and a warm heart that will never be forgotten. Another posted on Facebook that her friend was full of life, dreams, and laughter, and she brought so much joy into my world. Jamelatu was found dead at a property in Croydon. She had died from neck compression. A 21-year-old man has been charged with murder and attempted murder, while a second man, 21, arrested on suspicion of murder has been bylaid. Claire Chick. Kind, warm, sassy, and clever are just some of the words that have been used to describe Claire. It's also been said that she loved to dance and sing, and even though she wasn't the best, she had no shame in doing it in front of any audience. A lecturer at the University of Plymouth, she had previously worked as a cardiac nurse at the University of Leicester and had dedicated her life to nursing, according to those who knew and loved her. One friend, Joanne Taylor, said that 48-year-old Claire spent her life giving to other people, and that she dedicated her life to being the best nurse I have ever known. Claire was a mom to 2 daughters and a grandmother of 5, and was the glue and go-to of the family. When she died from multiple stab wounds on January 22, her daughter Bethany Jane posted, "I don't quite know how to live without our mom." Her family released a statement saying, "She was the most beautiful, lively soul and was there for everyone. Everyone who knew our mum had so much positive words to say about her. She was the life and soul of any place where she was." 2 weeks after Claire's death, hundreds gathered at Plymouth Hoe, and the former town lighthouse was lit up in her favorite color, green. A 53-year-old man has been charged in connection with her death. Lisa Smith. In February this year, flowers and balloons were solemnly placed outside the Three Horseshoes pub in Knockholt. On one of them were the words, "Wonderful Mum." They referred to 43-year-old Lisa Smith, who her son TJ also called the best. Born in Sheerness, grandmother Lisa was living in Berkshire when she lost her life in the car park of the Kent pub on Valentine's Day. She had been fatally shot in the neck. A car driven by a man known to Lisa was found later that evening by officers abandoned on the Queen Elizabeth II Bridge. A handgun was found inside, and police have since said they are confident the suspect had fallen into the river. Dawn Cyril. In her words, Dawn was a proud mama. Her social media is packed with posts encouraging friends to download her son Callum's new song or give her daughter Amanda's, first little barber's shop in Edinburgh, a try. When she married Andrew Cyril at a ceremony in France in 2023, actor Callum gave his mum away and later posted, "Not many people can say they walked their own mother down the aisle. What a pleasure. I love you, Mum." Dawn, 56, grew up in Eyemouth in the Scottish borders and had lived near Edinburgh with Andrew, before they moved to Les Pesques in France a decade ago. It was a place where she was said to become very integrated within the local village, often enjoying time with her neighbors. The couple were found dead at their rural home on February 6. Dawn had suffered multiple blows to the head with a blunt and sharp-edged object, while her husband had died from hanging. Natasha Callan. Natasha was in every sense a family woman. A mother of 5, she was also the baby of the family, as the little sister to 6 siblings. She was an aunt to many nieces and nephews. Her loved ones, who spanned from Dublin to California, said pictures of Natasha, with her gentle smile and blonde hair, could never truly convey her loud laugh, the warmth of her big hugs, or the clasp of her hand over yours. But they added, she was all these things and more. Indeed, a social media tribute to 48-year-old Natasha described her as a kind-hearted lady. However, her life was cruelly cut short on the morning of Tuesday, 25 February, when her body was found at a property in Stonnell. A 53-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of murder and has since been released on strict conditional bail. Leanne Williams. There's no doubt that horses were a huge part of Leanne Williams' life. From pictures of ponies with noses buried in their feeding buckets to a snap of her lying peacefully beside one on the grass, her social media was lovingly filled with photos of them. But it wasn't just horses 47-year-old Leanne had an affinity with. Friends called her a loving person, beautiful person inside and out, while one recalled memories of them riding out together on their ponies. On 27 February, Leanne was found lifeless at her home in Swansea. She had suffered significant injuries consistent with an assault. Her loss of life has been devastating for her family and a shock to the local community. A man has appeared in court charged with murder. Julie Buckley. It was on January 28 that kind Julie Buckley was last seen. Grainy CCTV footage last captured the 54-year-old at a supermarket in the area of March that afternoon, just 16 miles from her home in Christchurch, Cambridgeshire. Despite no further news of her whereabouts, police became so concerned about Julie's welfare that they treated her disappearance as a no-body murder investigation and supported her family as they searched for further information, and continue to do so. They have since arrested and charged a 47-year-old man with murder. Anna Maria Murveriu. 45-year-old Anna Maria lost her life on Friday, 28 February. Police were called to her home in Perivale, London, after reports of a disturbance. There, they found Anna Maria unresponsive, and she sadly died, despite the best efforts of the ambulance crew to save her precious life. In the wake of her death, the Romanian community in London are said to have been left shaken by her loss. A 50-year-old man from Perivale was charged with her murder. Do you have a story you'd like to share? Get in touch by emailing Jess Austin at metro.co.uk. Share your views in the comments below. More, number of women referred to NHS sexual assault centres rises 18% in 2 years. More, Clare's Law was meant to protect women from abusive men, but has it worked? More, Hozier and Annie Lennox give mind-blowing surprise performance at emotional fundraiser. Stay on top of the headlines with daily email updates. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA, and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.